Everyone loaded?
What are your beats there? What's going on?
They're all over the map.
Regular podcasting.
Yeah. That's all right.
Tracy, someone sent us that.
We'll go through 'em.
That for Bingo to wrap her head in.
Wait, I'll take it.
Oh, I just opened it and I assumed it went with your U-line stuff.
No.
That's why I threw it on top.
There should have been a note in there.
I didn't look for a note when
right.
I just saw all it is a giant thing
Bubble wrap.
of bubble wrap.
Which we use at the store.
All right, so that's how it starts, I guess. Someone said, we'll do the thank yous later because they're all fucked up. We didn't get to all of them by any means. People sent stuff to the rehab facility that hasn't even gotten here yet, but will get here. Christine Levine took over the last 5 days of the Airbnb. I was gonna be nice to an Airbnb that's through some property rental company. They don't fucking care. I'm like, fuck it. Let Levine stay there and have a nice time for 5 nights. We got sprung early. I was gonna have to pay for it anyway. Why would I be nice to some douchebag?
Wait, what do you mean be nice?
I wrote him because we had to extend the Airbnb when we were unsure, and rather than risk everyone having to pull up roots and move to a different Airbnb if it wasn't available, I extended it by a week, which was the minimum for a 4-bedroom place. Yeah. It was a great place. And I wrote a goofy update. I mean, not a review. Not my style of comedy, but all drinking related. And then I said, hey, we might be checking out early on the private message. If we do, I'll let you know so you can put it back on the market. And I went, fuck that.
Double dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they gave me a break on the price. Yes. But it was worth the money. So anyway, Christine Levine will be picking up 5 days worth of unopened or unreceived packages. I told you all on social media, stop sending shit. We're here with Chad Shank, Chaille, of course. Oh, and Kelly Bingaman, Bingo's sister, is sitting in case she can fill us in on missing details, which there's a lot. After a month living in the hospital, we're home podcasting from the FunHouse. Chad Shank barely got here. First of all, Chad, I texted you at like fucking 2 o'clock in the afternoon going, hey, you up for podcasting? And then I didn't hear anything back, so I assume you're a mental patient. And then Chaille says, it's like 7 o'clock. No, he's on his way. I go, you heard from him? I didn't? What is it? Is this a fucking high dollar guy now? He goes through agents to fucking be booked?
Have your people contact my people.
Yeah. Are we going to take separate tour buses when we go on the road?
I responded to you at like 4:15 and said, I was asleep. I've been sick. But what time are you want to do this? And I'll be there. And then you didn't respond back. But then 5 minutes later, Chaille says, you going to podcast tonight? And so I was like, well, what the fuck is this? You ganging up on me? I don't respond fast enough to you, so I get the next one?
If it
calling in the muscle?
If it didn't take so long, I would say check your thing. I bet you typed it and didn't hit send. All right, you know what?
That's all right.
It won't take long.
It won't take long.
Doug Stanhope. What does that say, Chaille?
And it was sent?
Right. Yours was at 2:07, and Chad sent his at 4:35.
No.
You said it says you were asleep.
I sent it at 4:35, and then Chaille texted me at 4:51 and said, you available for a podcast tonight? And I said, yeah, what time? And he said, regular time, which I assume just meant whenever the fuck you get here.
Mine says, what does that say, Kelly Bingaman?
What, for the time?
Yeah.
2:07.
But there's no response.
No response. All right.
Yeah, no response.
All right. It all checks out.
I'm going to blame your carrier because I have Verizon and they're pretty good.
All right. Well, as long as I go, we were in such high spirits last time we saw each other. I can't imagine him having that much of a downfall that at no point during the day did he text back.
Yeah, no, I was asleep. I think I caught a little bit of that pneumonia when we were down there.
The C diff and the MRSA?
I'm pretty immune to the C diff, I think.
Well, the MRSA was the second one after I let. All right, we'll get to Pam. I don't know if Pam was around on the last podcast. That might be the last interesting moments of Bingo's stay, because we already talked about the CEO coming down. Oh, I know you from Howard Stern. And then after that, it was, come on and take a free ride. Yeah. I started dressing up in suits every day. I was walking the corridors. Hey, Olga, how are you, Marlene? How you doing, Pam? Hey, I'm just going to drop some cigarettes off in 129 for Crazy Legs Josh. Just came in, shot in the spine, paralyzed. 28 years old. Oh, Jamie, speech therapist. How's Deborah doing on speech therapy? I memorized at least 30 names from that motherfucking joint.
They were letting us take crazy people outside to smoke who
'Cause
had
they
to be
couldn't deal with
accompanied and they didn't want to deal with it. So
Yeah.
we were taking them outside to smoke.
Yeah, that was Betty.
On a complete non-smoking campus, by the way. There's signs everywhere
wow.
saying you can't smoke
story.
anywhere here.
I got a story for you. I'll just put it in now since you bring it up. After that, we're 30 minutes from checking out. She just has to get her last pill and have Dad sign her out. And I'm outside smoking. We're already loading the fucking cars. Even Laura, who happens to be the sister of one of Bingo's best friends in Bisbee.
Chrissy.
Yeah, Chrissy Alonso. What? I know. All of a sudden we shut up like, oh, we can't use names of her friends. Bleep that name out. She doesn't want to be known as friends. I'm standing there smoking outside, and a guy pulls up in a brand new Dodge Ram. I know because after the confrontation, I looked at his license plate. How do we fuck this guy? And it was a new tag, temporary tag. And he pulls by right outside the door. There's a smoking area. There's an ashtray, cement ashtray. It says no smoking within 25 yards, feet of the door.
Right.
But everywhere else, the signs say completely tobacco-free facility. So I've been there for fucking 2 weeks. I know this.
Smoked
in and out.
3,000 cigarettes there.
So it's about 12:30 in the afternoon, and the pickup truck pulls up, and the guy's kind of smiling. So I assume he's one of the employees whose name I've memorized and bullshitted. Pulls up, rolls down his window. He goes, hey, the sign says tobacco-free environment. And I said, yeah, the other sign on the right of me says within 25 feet of the door. Why don't you read both signs before you talk to me? While in my head, I'm looking for a Chad Shank to back me up if this goes south. But I was so full of, as we talked about, the exhaust. I've been sweet talking, ass kissing, making sure Bingo gets the best care, fucking name dropping of killer termites, send a lot of mail. At one point, it was Lindy Mindy was sitting out at the front desk area when it was staffed, which was rare during the day, where Ashley, the front desk girl, got a bunch of mail, and she said she repeated it 4 times in a conversation with an employee, not knowing Lindy was friends of ours. Evidently, everybody loves her, and she's married to a famous talk show host. What talk show? I don't even know, but... And she said they kept talking about it. So this guy says, no, I said, read the other sign first before you talk to me. And then he pulled away shortly, and I added the passive-aggressive, weak man's, you fucking jerk off, thinking he's out of earshot. And then he starts backing up. And I'm like, oh, this is going to fucking go on. But I know the CEO is already a fucking ass kiss. And he said, that's so. He gets out of his truck, and the new Dodge Ram truck has 2 giant garbage cans in the back, the wheelie kinds. And he says, he gets out of the truck and he says, That's so visitors don't have to walk through cigarette smoke when they go in. But he's heading inside, so he's working there. Oh. He just had to give some like response to me saying, "Hey, the other sign says you fuck." And I said, "Well, I'm smoking right beside the giant ashtray."
Yeah.
And then he walks in all fucked off. What's in the front lobby, in front of the front desk, Chad Shank?
Giant aquarium.
Yeah, the giant fish tank. Carefree. Chaille remembers it. Carefree fish. They have their own giant logo on it.
With a PH in the middle of it.
Carefree fish tanks. He's the fucking fish tank guy. He's in there scooping out shit. And I'm so close to Bingo being out of there. I wanted to go. I go, you have the fish tank guy enforcing the rules here? Really? The fish tank guy is talking shit to me?
Oh, I wish you would. I just you could call him the fish tank guy.
Yeah.
Just so demeaning.
Oh, we can.
Over and over.
We can. And Killer Termites, don't touch this one. Leave it for us. Because what I wanted to do, Chad, and now that we've been diplomats for so long, is call up the fish tank company because it's obviously his company. Yeah. That's his conversation where he was very familiar with Ashley at the front desk was about how this is his second brand new truck in 2 months. Evidently, one of them crashed.
Yeah, there's not an employee of Carefree Fish Tanks that's getting brand new trucks, I'm sure.
Yeah. So he has to be the guy. So what I do is I call him up as the CEO, I won't mention his name, of Health South, and say, listen, I heard you were talking to some of my patients about the rules about smoking. You cannot do this. When someone has a TBI, traumatic brain injury, you can't just address them. I think you should come down and take your name off that fish tank right now for a month. Like give him a
punishment.
Like a 30-day suspension of having his sign on the fish tank. I'm going to keep you employed. You've been very good.
You can just hang some tape a piece of paper over it, I guess. It's temporary. Just tape some construction paper over your sign.
I think we should try to do that at a break because I think the termites might jump on it.
Oh, man. Oh, that's fucking great. I'm glad I wasn't there when that happened.
It was, now it's 20 minutes before she's getting out. And that was the first road rage I felt. Speaking of the opposite of road rage, this is what I was trying to get into. We'll get back to Bingo, but how did you get here tonight, Chad?
My truck fucking took a shit on the way here. I looked down and noticed my truck was overheating, and I was like, all right, I'm almost there, so I'll just park it on Black Knob, and if I need to leave it and figure it out, I can do that. And in the time it took me to think that, it fucking died, and I had to pull over. And a cop pulled up immediately behind me, lights on, and very nice. Came over, and he didn't get out or anything, so I didn't approach him. I got out. I'm like, cops are always nervous, but I'm just walking back and forth into my truck to the front, and he was on a cell phone talking, and I went over and I was overheating, and he comes over and says, I got a bunch of water. I got about 15 gallons of water. So he waited there with me for my truck to cool down enough to start putting water in it. And then about halfway through doing that, we were making conversation, and I recognized his name from somewhere. And then we were in talking. I told him where I was going, and he knew you. So he gave me a ride here. This
is the weird thing. When you were telling me this, I go, we'll talk about this on the podcast, and you don't want to say a cop's name because I assume a cop wouldn't want to be associated with me just because my act might upset people.
He offered me a ride, and I was like, no, I'll just wait and see if my truck starts. And I'm like, fuck, I'm going to get a ride by a cop to the fucking podcast? I got to do that. So I was going to take a picture from inside the back of the car, but I didn't think about it when I accepted the ride, but I also have my backpack that's full of weed that smells horribly of weed. And I was like, oh man, I don't want to get in this cop's car. I'm going to get in trouble, but I didn't get in trouble.
That was one of those things where it's not that, you don't want to mention the cop's name. Maybe other people on the force have a problem. Maybe there's, and this came up huge with this whole month of living in hospitals with Bingo, is insurance liability issues.
That's mainly what I was thinking, because it's sad because he's doing a nice thing, but he might not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, you
know
can't
what I
put
mean?
a fucking
Right.
civilian in a
Right.
cop car unless you're fucking tasing him. How dare you risk that guy's life?
So that's the only reason I didn't want to say his name, but yeah, it's weird that you don't want to say a cop's name when they do something nice.
Yeah, so we'll call him Sheriff Bob Friendly. There's Officer Bob Friendly and Sheriff Bob Friendly. Actually, one's more accurate. So, yeah, one's actually named Bob. All right. That's all right.
All right.
What are they going to do? So, we ended night shift. Just say it, Chaille. Don't pass notes.
No, that's for later.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then don't give it to me. Give it to you for later. I have to walk over there.
Stay focused.
Bingo's back. We're home. The family's here. Mom, Dad, and Sister Kelly. Joby, let's start there. Joby was the last guy doing night shift. Maybe actually, Chad, you did one night after Joby.
Yeah, with Shawnee. Yeah, and then these guys.
No,
but
we
yeah.
did. Trace and I did the last two.
Yeah.
I'm saying of the out of
People
towners.
coming
yeah,
in.
yeah.
I come in.
Chaille and Tracy were here fucking throughout.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to come up after Joby left. I was on opposite shift of Joby.
Joby was there. Joby, he's been in and out when he can, coming back from Oklahoma and going back. So Joby gets done with all this bullshit. He's going to work night shift. We thought, Bingo, she still needs 24/7 eyes on her, but it's not like she's pulling out tubes anymore. Just make sure she doesn't
Leave.
or like try to clean out her ears with nail polish remover, which she tried to do on the drive out of the facility. She has an ear that's bothering her really bad. It's not ear wax. They looked in there. It might be swelling. It could be something, but it bothers her all day. And on the drive back, she was dipping one of your
Acetone.
facial pads into nail
Acetone.
polish and trying to dip it in her ear. And I'm driving, so I don't have eyes on her. I just quickly look over. Bingo, don't do that. And Chaille, Tracy in the back, take care of this. I'm doing 80 miles an hour to get home.
When she finally understood that she's not supposed to be putting acetone in her ear, which, I mean, even that's not going to get to where the problem is. She's just fidgeting with it. She goes, oh, and then started cleaning her face with the acetone.
You can't do that
Like,
either.
just hand it to me. I'm gonna clean the tar off the front of the bumper, which is what that would be good for.
So you're saying that she's just like she always was at this point.
Yeah. So we're thinking there has to be eyes on her 24 hours. And Joby says, maybe we went over this. Joby was going to do night shift at the house. We have enough of a support system here in Bisbee that no one has to pull 12-hour shifts. We could get 12 people doing 2-hour shifts. Just keep your eyes on her so she doesn't stick screwdrivers in her ear for an earache. And Joby's like, I'm up all night. Like, night shift is a motherfucker. We've all done it. It sucks shit, and you can't have the parents doing it. They don't take Adderall and know how to drink through stressful situations.
But they're good during the day because they can make decisions
Yeah.
when the doctors are running in on their rounds. I mean, at night we get meds, vitals, and we can push them away for one of those. So, I mean, really, you've got a 6 to 8 hour period where they're only coming in and it's a nurse. It's someone who's just checking on. So
Yeah.
it's
Well,
better.
now we realize, after one night, based on one night, we don't need that. I can sleep with her in a controlled environment, and she sleeps. Her memory's getting better every day by 100%. Then Joby, he's like, hey, I'm ready to cover whenever. I heard you coming back. And I said, yep. And the next text I get, I'm at the Copper Queen, the local hospital ER room with my mom. I'm waiting for transport to go to Tucson to UMC, just where Bingo started, from Copper Queen to UMC.
Joby can't catch a break, man.
I know. I said other people know about the cycle of life. Joby only knows about the cycle of death. It starts at Copper Queen, goes to UMC, and then it's just this endless spiral. And that's why he runs the death pool.
Oh, man.
And he got fucked over. I don't know if we brought this up on the last podcast. Yeah, we must have, because it was the 50. He traded in Fidel Castro for Bingo.
Because we all took Bingo.
Took Bingo out of solidarity on the trade round of Death Pool. And then Fidel Castro dies and fucks Joby over. He's like the Henry Phillips of not comedy. Just loses at every turn. So she's back today. Like we tell you she's doing good. And then there's nail polish in the ear. But her memory, the short-term memory, we did the Trump videos. We'll put that out because I did 7 in a row, once a day. Who do you think the president is? And she went Hillary Clinton every time. And then we did it in different ways. And at one point, I bet her $100 on the upcoming election. And I said, I'll let you pick. Who do you think's going to win? Today, she actually asked me, even though, anyway, so 7 days, I'd say no, Trump. One time I threw Time Magazine, the issue with Trump, 45th president.
On the cover, yeah.
Yeah, I go, now you owe me $100. So it was 7 times we did that. The 8th time we did that, I go, who do you think the president is? She goes, something to the effect of, fuck, he's president? You weren't kidding? So that was just a few days ago. Now her memory is better than mine. She finished a sentence for me today when now she's getting home health care. And
it's so annoying when people do that. When you tell her, shut her down. Enough already.
Someone called from I will never answer a number I don't know. And someone called from a 520 and I'm like, nah.
Which is here.
But I forget to check it immediately. So an hour later I checked it and it's the home health care people. And I went, I should have checked this immediately. I should be more. And she goes, diligent. I'm like, oh shit. Yesterday, we had to pack in a hurry to get out of there. They released her early, and so we're packing in a hurry to get back home. And I was just throwing all sorts of shit in my backpack where I have my own organizational skills. And I go, I know none of this would go in my backpack. And I go, I have to remember to check my backpack for shit, unload it, because there's stuff in there that wouldn't be there because we... And I said, fuck, this stuff in my backpack. I got to unload it. It's stuff I have to remember that I don't remember. And she goes, your bills. You put your bills in there. And then I had her drive me to Safeway. I was driving, of course, but from here, every right turn, left turn, take a left at the stop sign before the stop sign comes up, then turn left at the red light before that. So she got everything and then got into the parking lot. I said, where's Evelyn's car? In a crowded parking lot. And she picked out the car. I go, tomorrow we're going to do Old Bisbee. Nice. I'm going to make her take me to houses. I don't know where they live. Friends of hers, I've never been to their house because I don't live here. And
I'm assuming all of this is just so you can be mean to her again, right?
Eventually.
I mean, that's not...
When will this torture end?
Yeah. She's got it
but
together.
You brought that up, Chad. You at some point when we were listening to them and taking the doctor's advice by code, you said, remember, this is also Bingo. She doesn't live their life, and what we think is right and what she thinks is right, even. Yeah, you got to give it equal credibility because they're.
Which is going to be a lot easier to do here than there, for sure.
Yeah. We fix stuff with living arrangements. Yeah, maybe she shouldn't be in the same house with her parents all the time. Let's switch that up.
I don't. Oh, you weren't there whenever I made that joke. You guys had already went back to the hospital, and I was hoping nobody would take it wrong because we were in, and everybody was sitting around, all of her family, her mom and dad, and everybody, and we're talking about how well she's doing and her good support system. And I said I was outside thinking about it when I looked in and I saw everybody at the Airbnb in there, and I thought, I says, I hope nobody takes this the wrong way. I said, because it's so great she has such a good support system. I said, it feels like Thanksgiving. There's like everybody's here. And then immediately on top of that, I was like, oh, but it feels like Thanksgiving every day.
You have to sit with your family.
And her mom laughed the hardest. So I was like, oh, good. At least she wasn't mad at me. I was trying to make a joke about how shitty it is to have to hang out with your family and to her family.
Yeah. And she doesn't know enough to give you the high sign of get me the fuck out of here. Yeah. She's getting that. I know it's not a huge, for you, the listener, oh, she knows which drawer the batteries are in. Yeah, it's a huge thing for us. She knows the house, she knows everything. We just don't know if when she stops putting acid in her ears. And here she is. We're talking about you behind your back.
It was all good stuff.
And with Steve Drew, who she actually texted to come visit her. She figured out her phone. We're just talking about how good you're doing, sweetheart. And that's that. What's up with the faraway eyes? Are you overstimulated? You always are on the podcast. All right. Well, she'll make you a drink that it seems like it has alcohol in it, and Steve Drew, you can have whatever you like. And maybe it's time to take a break because Bingo just walked in. Hang on, Bingo, just say hi through what's almost a tiny bit of a blowhole, but
hi.
Enunciate. Say hello, people.
Hello, people.
We're going to do all the thank yous to people who sent you enormous amounts of shit. So just do a thank you in advance and we'll go to break.
Thank you in advance.
I want to hear happy birthday, Mr. President.
That was a legitimate smile. We'll close on that. Please hold. Hey, this is Doug Stanhope, and for those of you who ask me when I occasionally check my internet, can I get a signed copy of the book? Yes, you can. If you already have the book, wait till I go on tour. But if you want a signed copy right now, go to DougStanhope.com, go to the merch page, and Chaille has them, or go to whatever page Chaille has them on, because he makes this podcast work, and he's selling the things, and I sign them all day when I'm trying to watch hockey. Why do I watch hockey? Because I hate basketball, but I also watch basketball. I'm trying to do whatever I can do to not work. I'll be working soon, but that's against my will. So go to DougStanhope.com and order a book that I had to sit here and sign when I was otherwise trying to watch a sporting event that I don't like while I'm drinking. Thank you.
Do you need to make a will?
Need to file a living trust?
Or get a patent on that $1 million idea?
Do you need a lawyer for any reason at all?
Well, why not just hire yourself?
At foolforaclient.com, we make the dream of being your own attorney spring to life.
When it comes to protecting your family and your future, are you going to trust some stranger with a fancy diploma on the wall?
What makes some attorney better than you?
I'm facing felony charges for DUI manslaughter.
With foolforaclient.com, you just download pages of confusing legal speak and fill in the blanks.
It's just like Mad Libs.
For almost every legal affair, don't throw away your hard-earned cash on some stiff in a suit.
Go to foolforaclient.com and show up in court in your pajamas.
Thanks to foolforaclient.com, I'm not allowed in Texas anymore.
That's foolforaclient.com with the number 4, because someone else has the spelled out version.
All right, we have the eBay yard sale, which we put together in June or something. We go, this isn't the right time, but now it's going on. In time for the holidays. I think by the time you hear this, it's halfway through. When does it end, Ggreg Chaille.
Ends on Monday the 12th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every
What?
10 minutes after.
All right, yeah,
There'll be
because there's
another
like
one.
90 things, 89 things. Well, there's 90. I told you, search Stanhope's yard sale.
Just on the opening page for eBay. You don't have to search for stores or anything like that. It'll come in.
All right, well, here's what happened.
But
Here's what happened is I said, just search Stanhope yard sale. The header is Stanhope's holiday yard sale. And I was actually thinking someone should, someone might, well, someone did, scam the header. Stanhope's holiday yard sale item. And it was some, and I know it's a fan. But this morning, you know, I get angry. And I'm even having a hard time getting angry after this month living in hospitals and just having patience and being nice to the weirdest people. Shout out to Pam in room 106 and Crazy Legs in 129. Someone fucking put up some Stanhope fan art like it was part of our yard sale. And it wasn't. It was kind of cool.
well,
And yeah, it was
and a good scam.
yeah, which I debated about that, but I was like, still, in my head, this is kind of a benefit thing, even though I'll never admit it.
Well, and that's
Yeah, we kind of took a bad beat financially on this fucking thing. But because of the killer termites, I could afford it. I could take the bad beat. I was expecting it was going to be my health issues one day later. Down the road, I thought I'd have to take this bad beat. But yeah, I dug up a trash bag of cash out of the old backyard. And yeah, we got it. But I felt like it was kind of jumping on that, but I also appreciated the scam. But I thought I should shut it down before other cocksuckers do it. So you know what? I know by mentioning it, maybe one of you cocksuckers will try to copy that. And I will only shit on you for being unoriginal.
yeah.
For copying a fucking scam because I taught it to you because someone that I was waiting for did it first, and you're a piece of shit. And yeah, I will unleash the wrath on you, and we have 1 million people that will outbid you and never pay because they don't use eBay. So fuck you. But anyway, so that's in the one that the seller is Vampy Oodles Bisbee. What is it?
No,
What the fuck?
our seller
Yeah, our seller
is Vavoom Bisbee.
Vavoom Bisbee.
Yeah.
Vavoom Bisbee is the only legit seller on the 89 item Doug Stanhope eBay yard sale, which includes a lot of bingo shit. A lot of it is kind of mislabeled. There's one that's the white dress that she wore in all those brilliant Gretchen Bear paintings, but it's listed as though it's the pictures,
picture?
not paintings. I said, sorry.
Yeah, the photos.
I'm enjoying a fucking...
It's actually the dress. See, I was.
It's
wondering
actually the
about
dress. I don't know if they can change that. It's the dress that she wore in all those pictures. And the fucking video. The video she made.
I looked at that yesterday, and I think it was at $1, and I'm like, I'm gonna bid on this tomorrow if nobody's fucking bidding on this.
And it's not just that. It's the dress and the kite she wore in the Whiskey Man Nowhere
Yeah.
girl. Knew I fucked that up too.
The video that she did where she flew the kite. Spoiler alert, sorry. The kite did fly. But it's that and the dress, the pink prom dress. But you remember the pink prom dress has another backstory to it.
Well, we already talked about this. Is the Rock Island where she thought Steve, step in if you need to, but where she thought both me and Chaille were also you, and we had to pull her out of a booth in Rock Island Denny's in Illinois. This is going back like 4 or 5 years. That was the dress she was wearing then, and the dress she was wearing in the Whiskey Girl Nowhere Man video.
Yeah.
So that's on YouTube. And my booze suit, I realized I should have put it was the internal booze suit that I wore on the cruise. If you just Google Stanhope's booze suit, you'll find, because I sell the the suit that was too big for me that I wore over it. I should have put it all as one package.
Like a package, yeah.
Yeah. If you're an Impractical Jokers fan, actually retweet that if you're a Jokers fan with the Jokers, because they'll fucking retweet it.
The one you're talking about is the Doug Stanhope holiday yard sale cruise ship booze smuggling undergarments. It's basically Spanx and then a really tight T-shirt that you stuffed all the.
Oh, it's up and down Spanx with a midriff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Well, it spells it out in the YouTube video.
How many?
And
how much booze did you get? How many ounces?
I was like 108 ounces of booze.
And one bag of rusty nails. You got to finish the night on a high point.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good. Well, at least Bingo doesn't remember it now. That's a joke, Cuddy. I have to remind her it's a joke. All right, so that's that.
To be fair, you used to have to explain your jokes sometimes too. So
Yeah. Fuck Brian Hennigan, first of all. There's a couple things on there. Kenny's painting.
Yeah.
Kenny made us a painting. It sat up on that wall, Steve, and it was a nice painting. I don't think I could do better, but it sat up there because, you can't say no. And now it's, last I saw, it's selling on the eBay yard sale for $108.
There's two paintings.
By the way, that description is my favorite of all of the descriptions.
I haven't read them. I wrote them 8 months ago.
Chaille, you want to read that one? You're on it. Or I will read it. I don't care if you can find it.
Is this the one, or is it the other painting?
No, they both say the same thing, but if you have to look at the...
Oh, geez. Let's see.
You got to read the descriptions of all of them because some of them, there's some where I go, I'm going to bid that back. If it's going to sell for that fucking brown sport coat that's a fucking Hall of Famer. And I go, well, do I need it? Well, yeah, if you're going to get it for fucking $40 or something, fuck yeah, but I won't.
So this is painting number one. I think it's called Kenny for Mayor painting number one, Sun. And your description is Castle Rock Kenny fancies himself a painter as well as a rapper and a mayoral candidate. He's not bright, but we love him, and it will make him crazy that the two paintings he has afflicted us with will make more money than he earns in a year. Which isn't much. This one stayed on the FunHouse wall for years because we had to be polite. When he sees how much it sells for, he'll keep painting. And the joke will be on us. Sun painting, 11 by 14. And I don't hate it.
Hey,
No, it's better than I can do. It's great.
Hey, hang on. I'll go off topic a bit, but why is Chad telling you to read it when Chad is sitting in front of an envelope? Did you give him that yet?
Yeah, you already opened it.
Yeah. Chad just got paid for doing his first voiceover, which you only did as a basic open mic to sell something. So yeah, now you're a professional voiceover artist and you defer to Chaille.
Well, clearly. I mean, we see what's going on here.
Let's not even plug that guy.
I'm sick right now.
He needs to get paid to be able
Let's
to
not
talk
plug
on the mic.
what you did. You did
Hey,
some voiceover for a podcast.
Yeah, that's what I just told Chaille before. But I did want to say this because there was also a bag here with my name on it that I just been looking at for a little while, and I just opened it up, and it's a really fucking nice pipe. And the guy has a little letter, but it's long story. It's from St. Martin, and it's made from some sort of nut, which is a seed from a tree, but it's a beautiful fucking pipe. So thanks a lot,
Dutch Antilles?
Jeremy.
Is it the Dutch Antilles St. Martin, or is it the French side?
Fucking note is not that detailed. Well, maybe. He says he picked it up for his buddy's wife, but she lied and cheated. So he kept it and sent it to me. But that's a different detail than you were talking about, I think.
Has it been used?
Yeah.
Test run?
He did smoke out of it once for spite, it says. But it is a beautiful
That is
fucking
perfect for
pipe.
Chad.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks a lot, Jeremy. I will smoke out of that right now.
It's like a leprechaun pipe.
Back to the eBay yard sale.
Oh.
Hennigan. Let's talk shit about Brian Hennigan. Because Hennigan, he just left a bag of basically feminine items. Some anti-chap thing for his face. I don't know. Some hand
Boy,
lotion.
his feminine items?
It's just a bag of shit that he just left here, like toiletry stuff. And I said, I've had it up on this yard sale as shit Brian left behind in a bag. What do you got?
He was texting me right when it went up because I was just like, hey, we're going to retweet. When something comes up, we'll just start talking about it. And I let him know that, hey, everything went up. And then a little bit later, he goes, hey, this is in a text to me. Hey, you can't sell that moleskin. It was a gift. Why is my shit for sale? And I'm all, I'm not looking as it's going up. And I'm all, what moleskin? I mean, I use those. Maybe it was just in a bag, right? And I go, no, I don't. I use those. Maybe that was one of mine. He goes, the green zigzag stripe moleskin with an E in the eBay auction. It was a gift.
I think he left that on the
Yes.
dining room table.
Yeah. I go, maybe it got swept up in the de-hoarding. Yeah, well, I would like it back. I go, have Kelly pull it. Okay, thanks.
Oh, so you're the guy.
But then I go, wait, that's really, then I looked and I saw there was lotion, like used lotions and like daily regime products. And I go, wait, that's hilarious. And he goes, what's hilarious? I go, I just looked up the listing. And he goes, you mean no one had looked up the listings? What kind of operation does he think we run here? We handed a bunch of shit to Kelly and she put it online.
yeah.
Yeah. Can you send me Kelly's number? And he goes,
So Brian, rather than being a sportsman and trying to outbid for it, had it pulled. He used his you don't have that kind of clout if I don't know that this communication. No, I say put it in. Leave the kid in the kid stays in the picture.
the moleskin stays in the auction. Yeah, I mean, he never said, hey, you guys seen that moleskin laying around? First of all, you have to
might
explain.
do.
It's a journal. It's a journal.
Chad, yeah,
They're nice.
it
They're
was a
higher end.
douchebag move. If he was a fucking true gentleman, he would have tried to outbid you, and we wouldn't have said. Yeah, now we have the option of doing a 3-day panic eBay Friday till Monday. We have some high dollar items we can sell now that Bingo's back. We have 2 of her trakes. I know where one is. Trake with the neck band,
The hardware.
the hardware, the gear, and the Bible that Bingo accidentally stole from Health South Rehab because she just had the first synapse that fired. And I can give you case history from Ernest Shackleton's men after 18 months in the Antarctic when they finally got rescued after this horrific 18-month journey of eating seal blubber and seagulls. The first thing they asked for after 18 months was tobacco. Bingo's first synapse that was registered and remained was Nicorette gum. Where's my gum? Gum. Get. And she was going through every drawer in her room looking for gum that doesn't exist. And she found there was a Bible, and she, beaming with pride, held it up to us. She stole the Bible, and I tweeted a picture of her bad-eyed but smiling. And I said, this is going to be the highest priced Bible ever. So I think we should do a panic sale. Just
Like a 48-hour.
yeah, I don't know. It's Wednesday night now. This will be out by Friday. I think Friday, fuck it. Let's just say Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 Eastern, 4
What?
Pacific. We'll put this up. What?
What time do you want the auction to start?
5 p.m. our time.
Okay, got it.
All right, go 5 Eastern. Fuck it. 5 Eastern. 5 Eastern. The trach and wrist restraints. Don't do that, by the way. Don't do the blow nose thing because it hurts both your ear and your blowhole. Sorry, we're still working with Bingo. She's got an ear that's fucked up. If you're an ENT and you're traveling through ear, nose, throat, not entertainment abbreviated, ENT, and you're traveling through Bisbee, come take a look at her ear. 5 p.m. Eastern Monday, we're going to have at least 2 things. There was a third thing I can't remember, but there will be a panic sale on Bingo's trach and wrist restraints. The second trach, if I can find it, and the third thing will be the most expensive Bible ever sold. We'll put a minimum on that because that's the one she found when she was looking for gum when she had her first long-term memory. And that's that. We have, what else? Oh, fucking her scrubs from the mental institution are online.
Are they? I didn't see them.
Yeah.
No, they're in the sale
that
now?
piece of shit where I said, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Her fucking brain damage ICU was way less costly on the soul than one day in the fucking Happy Valley Arts and Crafts Institute, wherever she was in a fucking Guantanamo Bay mental institution. 3/19, last time Steve drew. That was March 19th. I looked at your texts. Our text. Next tour. Sorry, Boston. I wasn't there. They wouldn't take that off the site. You kept. Let's take a quick break. Back after this. And now, Chad Shank with the police beat. This is it, baby. This police beat goes out to Tina Manos, who sent a pantsuit, and Pam and Crazy Legs in the Hell South. Police beat. This is all one police beat. A lot of times we cheat. We get the best of out of 3 or 4 police beats. This is all one police beat. And this is how crazy shit has gotten since Bingo's been away. Listen to this, Bingo. Listen to the shit that's gone on in this town since Trump has been president. Chad Shank.
Someone appeared to be going through a wooden door to get under a house on Powell Street. The caller stated she was missing clippers, a shovel, and rocks.
Rocks! They're stealing rocks in Trump's America. They're stealing the rocks. Everything must go in Trump's America. Taking the rocks, going across the border before they build a wall. What else, Chad Shank?
2 males were yelling obscenities at each other on the front porch of a house in Old Douglas Road when a third male pulled up in a red car and joined in.
Join in. Third male. We legalized gay marriage in Bisbee. Now it's tripleized gay marriage. Third people join in domestic violence. Chad Shank. How else it go crazy?
A young white male was seen drinking out of a half-gallon vodka bottle at Safeway.
Who buys half-gallon vodka bottles at Safeway? We do. Oh my God, they're tainting our image. What else, Chad Shank?
A man, excuse me, have pneumonia. A man known to the caller went to her residence on Hazard Street demanding drugs.
Hazard Street?
On Fort Huachuca Lane, a 12-year-old was yelling and screaming at Grandma.
Grandma? Did she get run over by a reindeer? It's that time of
I mean, she was screaming for Grandma. She was screaming at Grandma. That sounds more like...
You bitch, you had it coming. That bitch had it coming. What else you got, Chad Shank?
It's probably related to the call on Hazard Street. She was probably demanding her drugs back from her grandma. When asked to turn his music down, a neighbor on A Street turned it up instead.
Wow. That's a see what he did there? Oh, down. How about up?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you. That's an I got you.
Probably listen to that
Let
rock
that
and roll.
slide.
Probably listen to that rock and roll music.
Yep. It's probably the guy that gave you a ride to the house.
A guest was not happy with his room at the inn at Castle Rock and let the staff know about it.
He gave him what for? Yeah. You don't give what for in this town. What else going on in this town, Chad Shank?
He probably would have left him a Yelp review, but I doubt if he had a phone.
If you're using a hotel phone, do I dial 9 or 0? I don't remember. Here's what for.
A suspicious green Jeep was seen in a Hereford neighborhood twice on the same day.
On the same day?
What? That's going to work and coming back.
2 times. To be fair, sometimes I live on a dead-end road, and sometimes people drive up and down my road
and
more
it
than
looks
once.
like they have a job.
Well, if I
That's
see
suspicious.
the same vehicle on my road, I just clean weapons on the front porch. It works wonders. Several loose dogs were reported from Naco. The dogs were hungry, eating bugs.
Eating bugs. I got nothing.
I don't know.
Normal.
Yeah.
It seems like they're doing a service.
My dogs have never eaten bugs. I guess it's because I feed them.
But if there's bugs, they're eating the bugs.
Listen, bugs' lives matter. Chaille, you don't understand the plight of...
Fuck, I'm too drunk.
This seems... I only skimmed this.
This is
before I read
one.
it.
This is
Yeah.
one police beat.
This one seemed racist right away, and I only read the first 3 words. A black Yukon with fancy rims and tires that did not belong in the neighborhood was reported speeding back and forth on a road in Palominas. Another caller saw the same vehicle, but stated it moved really slowly and suspiciously.
As long as it was suspicious and it was black people.
Well, it was a black Yukon with fancy
Trump's
rims.
America!
It doesn't say it was black people. They're just making that inference.
They're pretending to be black and they're Hispanic. You know what? You're never going to catch that kind of fucking guilt pleasure.
I didn't tell the story about when I chased the guys down in Tucson when they ran me off the road last week when I was there. That didn't make the police beat, though.
Well, no, that was in Tucson. Maybe it made the Tucson police beat.
No, because I left off when I realized that I was chasing 2 Mexican guys into the south side of Tucson.
Oh,
So I
that's
quit
Night
doing
it was
that.
late.
We never get this on a podcast.
It just reminded me of it right now. Your racist
We can
remarks.
save that.
His soon-to-be ex-wife had a restraining order against the caller, but pulled up to his yard in Palominas, honking her horn.
See, you never hear those side of the domestic violence. It's always the he beat her. What about the girl that has the restraining order and beeps her horn?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's a victim blaming. That's what that is.
That's the move.
Yeah.
She honks the horn long enough. He comes out and goes, "What the fuck?" And then the cops come and they ask a neighbor, "What did you see?" It's like, he was there yelling at her. He's like, "Well, he has a restraining order."
He pulls off his eye mask. He goes, "What the fuck?" She drives off. He says, "Where's my eye mask?" You can't sleep without an eye mask.
Okay.
Yeah. Domestic violence goes both ways. A guy can't sleep without his eye mask sometimes when you beep at him. Yeah, you could take her, but
Listen, we live in the future. You just take out your phone when she's out and just start filming.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. Don't be a victim of victim blaming. Record yourself, cover your ass. Also, don't beat up your old lady even if she's honking in the yard. Just try to go back to sleep with your eye mask. Another story. A caller from Elfrida advised of a woman who he had no idea. What the fuck? Hold on.
yeah, take a minute with that.
Usually I don't have to read them all the way through.
one. This one's written all sorts of screwy. I ran all these past bingo today.
Well, this one overstimulated her, I'm sure. A caller from Elfrida advised of a woman who had no idea where she was.
So
The woman had no idea where she was, so you call the cops.
I got it. No,
I'm
you
talking-
encountered
Steve's-
a woman.
Steve's
I'm still
confused.
trying to process it.
If she has no idea where she is, you call the cops because you don't know where you are. You can't tell her.
well, someone told her she was from Elfrida.
Well, the cops did. That's why you call the cops. They're the first line of defense. You don't know where you are. Who are you going to call? Me? I don't know where I am. Oh, what are you going to trust Bingo with a traumatic brain injury? No, we
Call
don't know where we are. I don't even know what town I'm in.
Officer Bob Friendly will know where you are and may give you a ride home.
That's Sheriff Bob Friendly.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
a
that's-
different guy.
Listen,
Officer Bob Friendly, he might
would
tase
give me a
you.
ride home.
You know what? He's such a nice guy. He might have a dark side, like American Psycho, for instance. He seems like a nice guy with a nice business card, but at night he tortures hookers with hot coat hangers. You never know.
How do you sign up for ride along?
Who's the real? Who's got the real name Bob? Well, we'll work it out on the next podcast. All right. Do you have anything in closing from the mean streets of Bisbee?
Finally, Doug, not to end on such a dark note, but chickens died a violent death in a Palominas yard. A dog was suspected.
My dog just walked in the room. And both Ichabod and Henry Phillips have a history of killing chickens.
Well, you have a black dog and a white dog, so I mean, which one are you gonna suspect?
Well, we'll close on that, and then we'll go into the thank yous. Ebony and ivory live together in perfect harmony, side by side on my piano keyboards. Oh Lord, why don't we? Let's cut into the thank yous. Bingo, you want to say Happy Thanksgiving. I thank Jesus Christ for. I'm not going to put you on the spot. All right, let's just cut to whatever we're going to cut to. Good night. Hey, this bingo update is brought to you by the Doug Stanhope eBay yard sale. We actually planned this eBay yard sale back in the summer. In June, we were going to do it, and then we were too busy and had too much shit going on with the book and the special and a tour. Well, we said we'll save it for Christmas, not knowing that Bingo would have fractured her egg, and all the king's horsemen and all the king's men would have had to come down here to Tucson for a fucking month in a hospital, taking turns wondering if her egg will ever get back into scrambled, as it were. So, here's the eBay yard sale. This is not a fucking charity event. This is just us selling shit we de-hoarded. Suits, memorabilia. Bingo's even selling some shit. She's got a saxophone. Suits I've worn in on stage, on TV. Shit I retired. And we're selling it to you. Yeah, a bunch of shit. The Doug Stanhope and Bingo eBay yard sale starts December 5th. And it ends, I don't know, until it ends. I don't know, fucking just go to eBay starting Monday, December 5th. And search Stanhope Yard Sale, and you'll find we'll have new things going up every 10 to 15 minutes on the 5th until we're out of shit that we have stored over at Vavoom's. It's a bunch of shit that I'll regret selling one day, and I'll try to find who did we sell that thing to. I love that thing. So yeah, get that thing. It'll be done in time to get it to you for Christmas. I don't know where I'm going with this. This is the worst plug ever. It's eBay yard sale. That is one of the rules with Bingo, is you can't ever say anything negative or be harsh with her. And I think she knows that.
She's going to milk that out.
Oh, I think she probably overheard that.
Who wouldn't?
All right, let's bang out these thank yous, because there's too many. And keep in mind that Bingo, when she got back to Bisbee yesterday, just started opening packages indiscriminately and not putting anything together. As you know, her brain's not all there, never was. So a lot of this shit was for me, and there's piles of it. Thank you, Killer Termites, for piles and piles of shit. So she's been opening stuff, so I'm just going to blast through. Here, this is something someone sent her. It's a stuffed chlamydia stuffed animal. It's the disease animals.
A plush toy.
If I don't have your name, it's because she didn't keep the shit together the way I thought she was. A&L Engraving sent, I'm sure this is just for me, but she opened it. It's a tie clip that says, "Laugh, you cunts." Thank you. I will wear that with pride. Then Jay Gibson of West Columbia, South Carolina, sent this to the hospital, and it's some T-shirts, and it says "Burboned" at redbeard.com, and there's other T-shirts in there. I bet they say the same thing. Support local stand-up comedy. Soda City Stand-Up. SodaCityStandUp.com. There's a note that did not get read. I think Kerry Mitchell sent this. This is I don't know. Describe that, Ggreg Chaille. Thank you, Kerry Mitchell. It's a picture that's been put on.
Yeah, and it's got a filter on it. It looks like a painting. But they actually had it stretched on canvas. Looks nice.
This is from someone local. It's they didn't even give it's Jimmy's Hot Dogs. I think it must be from Jimmy's Hot Dogs.
Awesome.
Jimmy's Hot Dogs. Thank you, Jimmy's Hot Dogs.
What is it? What's in
I was
there?
just today, Kelly, who's humping these gifts off the table, Kelly, Bingo's sister.
All right, Jimmy. They filled it full. It's a glitter bomb.
Glitter bombed us. Jimmy's hot dogs.
But there are the old timey hot dog hats.
I love it. They don't fit any of our heads.
Old maid card game.
Oh, good.
Jumbo crayons.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly she asked today, I know the fast food is up by Safeway, but what other fast foods are there? I go, other than Burger King, don't say Burger King in my house. There is no fast food except for Jimmy's hot dogs. Did I not tell you that? Did I not actually explain their Italian sandwiches? And
Not just hot dogs.
Sorry.
You're right. They got a great brisket sandwich. They do spaghetti. They do fish.
Yeah, the fish on a stick.
Yeah, fish on a stick.
Fried fish on a stick.
They're great there.
Someone, hang on. I put the thing under because this is great. I don't know if this is Cheryl Vendetti because she also sent me a Christmas card, but someone named Vendetti, Cheryl Vendetti, a comic I knew in the day and I haven't seen in a long time, sent me some vintage plaid pants and some. Look at those ties. Nice. Chaille, I'll give you a cut.
I like that stripe one.
Every one that you can see through the plastic bag. We have not opened a bunch of this shit because Bingo isn't not quite ready. Someone sent me this book. It's a photo book. It's called Barflies. I assume it's a series, but it's Reykjavik Barflies. It's just Barflies, and I'm upset that I wasn't in that. Someone sent dump Trump toilet paper to Bingo before she knew that Trump was president. What's his name? Dom from MUFC. He's from the. Hang on. Yeah, it's Dom. He's the Death Squad MUFC guy, and I think if he's not the leader in Death Pool, he's in the top 2 or 3. I think he's the guy that's crushing with 17 kills. He sent a bunch of shit. One's a picture book, images you should not masturbate to. So you can imagine what that's like. Also,
I'll be the judge of that. Yeah. No, be telling me.
Shit. I think he's also, this guy put his name in here. Fuck, yeah, I think it is Dom.
Same guy?
Shit. Fuck, because I want to get this right, because the guy... All right, fuck it. Whoever it was, you know who you are. I think it's the same guy. Sent a $50 Amazon gift certificate, and he addressed it to Bingo Bingaman or Stanhope if Bingo is dead. She read that and she had that furrowed look of concern on her face. What's it? Motern Media?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did some cut rate film. I assume it's cut rate based on his music, but it stars Brendan Walsh in a lot of it. And I set this one by the door because I want to buy my backpack. I want to watch that with Bingo tonight.
That's Matt. He's the one who does the songs for like every.
Yeah, what's the name of that movie?
20,000 songs.
Give me the name of that movie because I'm trying to blow through these as quick as possible. Slingshot Cops. It's a supernatural cop buddy movie. Find that somewhere. Charlie DeForest sent a Robert Johnson, King of the Delta Blues Singers CD that we will enjoy and love. Enjoy it. Think Greek. What is this? All right. That's something that she opened and didn't, I don't know, it's gum or something. I don't know. Miracle fruit tablets. All right, that'll cure what ails her. Oh. Thank you, guy that said, I don't know, fucking, you can't. Remember to breathe from Fred. All right, thank you, Fred. All right, moving along. Unopened card from Barrows in Cary, North Carolina. Put that in the unopened shit because she tries to open shit. She gets confused. That's, here we go. Yeah, that's the one. But it's from Amazon. Amy Bingo Bingaman Stanhope if she's dead. There you go. Something from fucking Fujian, I don't know, China. Someone sent something from China. Probably had a gift card. I don't know. These are just packages. Okay, thank you, Travis Danelski from Niles, Michigan, for a bunch of T-shirts. It says, I don't know what they say. Oh, wait. Maybe that's a return. These are our T-shirts. That could be a return.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, return.
I don't know. All right, she'll take that over there.
That's a different department.
Okay.
Kelly. Thank you.
Hey, Chad, Get ready to blast through those. We'll go tit for tat, and these are cards and letters. We're just going to read quickly. This is Vendetti. Oh, that is Cheryl Vendetti. She's in Wichita, Kansas now. Funny broad. What do you got, Chad?
I got Barrows from Cary, North Carolina.
All right, I think I already read. Yeah, I just put that. Go ahead.
I wasn't paying attention to the podcast. I got April Snowden from Phoenix, Arizona.
All right, I got that one
Go
doesn't
fish.
have one. Go fish. Hodge from #Killer Termites.
I got Tommy Smith from El Cerrito, California.
Colleen Nickel from right here in Bisbee, Arizona.
I got Jennifer Cronin from Humble, Texas.
JW something undecipherable from Carrollton, Illinois.
Heather and Dan from Bellevue, Kentucky.
Pamela Gamboa, Glendale, Arizona.
Mark. I don't know where.
Eric, is that Klein? Ryan Esquire. Oh, a lawyer from Belleville, Illinois.
I got Myers from Canton somewhere. What is that?
Corey McPherson from nowhere listed.
Corey Grace, Missoula, Montana.
A lot of Corys today. Charleston, West Virginia. It was mailed from, looks like Ryan something.
Give me this one on purpose. Timu Pirhonen from Finland, Turku, Finland.
All right, this wasn't even mailed. This is someone that was at her birthday party. It just says bingo, so I'll go with Pat Hartman, Fort Collins, Colorado. Double or nothing?
I'll match you with one with no return address, and I'll go with Garrett Anderson, Coppell, Texas.
I'll use some voodoo on you. The Magic Wand in Churubusco, Indiana. Did I say it right? I bet I did.
I got Mr. Daniel Wagand from Eagle Point, Oregon.
Someone from KC didn't sign his name on a postcard.
Tanya Kleinert, Edgerton, Wisconsin.
Is that another Tanya? I got a Michael Coughlin from Lombard, Illinois. Typewritten.
I got Jacob, somebody with tiny handwriting from Omaha.
Tracy Elliff, Scottsdale, Arizona.
I got Anthony Merchant with a postcard, Buffalo, New York, postmark.
And I got some junk mail from the Smithsonian for Amy Bingaman. So thank you, the Smithsonian. We'll just assume that you're going to put her in your museum. Got a Holy Bible I forgot to mention, and that's someone, Zach Marconi. I think that went with the Bible. Oh, hang on. There's shit behind me too. All right, there's a couple people that sent helmets to Bingo. I don't know who sent what. This is not even a helmet. It's an umpire's cap, so it's a padded baseball hat, and I think this is again, I don't know. This blue party hooters. They know our color. It's a movie called Class of '92. Okay, I don't know. It's the extended edition. Let me see if there's a thing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get all the thank you. It means a lot to us. Yes, Dom Death Squad.
There it is.
God damn it. This is to all of us. And this is the Hedberg limited edition box set. So find that online. This is the vinyl box set version of Mitch Hedberg complete vinyl collection. That's cool as shit.
That's badass.
I can't even lift this box from Comedy Dynamics, who sent not only a t-shirt, but at least 24 to 30 comedy CDs, everyone from Lisa Lampanelli to fucking Tom Segura's.
Really?
Billion. A lot I don't know that makes me realize how old I am, that I don't know all the up and coming kids.
They're just the comics that are on the label.
Yeah, so shitloads. See, I literally grunted. There you go. Thank you, Comedy Dynamics. That really gives me a reason to plug my own CD release of No Place Like Home. It went out on CISO.com as
streaming
video. The video. Now we have the hard copy CD, and then I think in February the DVD will come out through Comedy Dynamics. Sent a nice note. Thank you, Comedy Dynamics, and all of your artists. As I listen to them, I will. I'll shout out the good ones. I won't listen to them anytime soon because I got to write my own shit, and you don't listen to comics when you're trying to write. Sometimes I do, though. Anyway, back to the thank yous. There's all right.
Don't forget, you can get a signed copy of No Place Like Home, the CD, from DougStanhope.com.
Yes, you can get everything at DougStanhope.com if I care about it. Susie Bazell. Those are other thank yous we're going to have to get to just on things. She sent Bingo some fake boobs, but that's an inside story or a story you know if you listen religiously to the podcast. Some fake boobs. Someone sent Ichabod a giant bone that was as big as... No?
No. Ichabod sent himself a bone.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he still irritates me just because I told him he irritates me. All right, but Ichabod enjoyed the bone that Henry probably stole. There's another helmet that's somewhere someone sent. Bingo took some stuff that she opened that she demanded. Oh, my brother that and his gal pal. They sent some really nice stuff. She sent some really nice stuff. Fuck that dude. Anyway, leave that in.
I was hoping you'd be diplomatic there. I saw it on the edge. I was like, be a diplomat, but no.
Yes. Well, thank you, his ex-wife and his kid and his girlfriend. Someone sent a helmet. I might have been Floyd because he said there's a lot of shit Bingo took back that was very nice that she's like, I have to have this with me. And I'm like, let me see who sent it. So yes, thank you, and even my brother, thank you very much. And Tatina Manos, I wrote that down, sent a pantsuit. It goes on, and if I forgot you, it's not because we don't care. We love you, and here's other stuff. And that's thank yous. Hey, just for fun, play the Mattoid Funeral Party.
1, 2, 3, 7, yeah! Right on, baby. The priest is here, and the casket is ready. But inside looks nice and steady. Let's play it for the man, for the last time. Play it for the man. Farewell. Play it for the man, for the last time. Play it for the man. Praise the Lord, and we got to go on with the funeral party. 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 Yeah! Alright. Now the priest is talking, and the casket starts to move. Everybody's crying. We all got the groove. Let's play it for the man, for the last time. Play it for the man. Farewell. Play it for the man, for the last time. Play it for the man. Praise the Lord, and we